This is a story called The Little Monsters, chapter 161. The kids get up to mischief in their local library. The kids are in their history class at school, and at the end of the lesson, their teacher gives them an assignment to do based on the history of the royal family. Of course, this means that they'll have to go to the library to do their research. However, when they get there, instead of doing their research, all they do is mess about and get up to mischief. They put their new whoopee cushions on people's seats, and when they sit on them, they fart, bite people's bums and giggle. Then they took out their toy horses and got people to stroke their back ends, and when they did, they got kicked. Then they started running around the library, pulling all the books off the shelves and putting them in different places. The staff tell them to pack it in, but they take no notice and carry on creating havoc. The other people in the library were complaining. However, the kids didn't care. They just carried on messing about, causing havoc and getting into mischief. Then a member of staff said to them, "We've told you kids I don't know how many times to stop messing about. Now I'm telling you again, either stop messing or leave." Again the kids took no notice, so the staff told them to leave. The next day they went back to the library and the staff told them that they could stay as long as they behaved themselves and didn't mess about. They all settled down, but they soon got bored and started messing about again. This time they took a football in with them and they kept kicking it and throwing it across the room to each other. The staff told them about 3 or 4 times to pack it in, but they took no notice. They just carried on messing about. Then a member of staff said, "Right, you lot, please leave. You can come back when you learn to respect that this is the library and not a school playground, and when you learn how to behave appropriately." The kids just ignored her, but there was someone in the library who knew who their parents were. She phoned Kika's parents, as they lived the closest, and told them about what the kids were doing. They alerted the other parents and then they went to collect the kids. When they got there, the kids just ignored them and carried on messing about. Then the rest of the parents arrived, but the kids just ignored them, left the library and disappeared. When they eventually went home, their parents told them that they weren't allowed to go back to the library for 2 weeks. However, the kids took no notice and they went back the following day. This time they went round turning off all the computers and throwing books all over the floor. Not long after they arrived, their dads grabbed them. They dragged them out of the library and made them get in their cars. When they got home, they were told that they were grounded and banned from seeing each other for a week. However, as per usual, they took no notice. They just turned round and walked out of their houses, grabbed their bikes and met at the hideout. When they got there, they went to a different library. When they got there, they sat at a computer for a while and then they started messing about. They went round turning off all the computers and throwing paper all over the floor. Then they went over to the photocopier and the fax machine and the printer and started pressing all the buttons. The machines went crazy and the paper flew all over the floor. Then they went over to the bookshelves and started throwing the books all over the floor, causing mayhem. However, what they didn't realise is that a friend of Creeper's parents was there with her class, so she was a primary school teacher, and she phoned her parents 5, Kika saw them and she told the others. They ran out of the library, grabbed their bikes and rode to another library. When they got there, they did a bit of research and then they started causing havoc. They turned off all the computers, the fax machine, the printer and the photocopier. Then they put them back on and pressed all the buttons. When they'd finished doing that, they pulled all of the books off the shelves and threw them on the floor, causing havoc. As they were doing so, a police car pulled up outside and someone said, "Uh-oh, you kids are in for it now." The kids just laughed, ran out of the library, grabbed their bikes and rode back to their local library. When they got there, it was different members of staff. They went in and straight away they started causing havoc. What they didn't realise is that the new staff had been told all about them. They knew that they weren't allowed in there for 2 weeks. One of them said, "You kids aren't allowed in here for 2 weeks. I suggest you leave now." "Why should we?" asked Kika. "Because if you don't, I'm phoning your parents," said the member of staff. The kids laughed and Stampy said, "You can phone our parents, see if we care." Then a voice said, "You will care by the time we've finished with you." When the kids turned round, it was their parents. They grabbed them by their arms, took them to their cars, put their bikes in the boot and took them home. When they got there, they were all told that they were now grounded and banned from seeing each other for 2 weeks, including at school. Of course, they didn't take any notice as they hung around with each other during and after school. On a weekend, they went out when everyone was in the living room or their bedrooms. End of chapter 61. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, please feel free to like, share, comment and to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Love yous. Bye.